Hey there, I'm James Dan. It's twilight here in Manchester city centre, and I'm here with Manchester Animal Action discussing veganism and animal cruelty. So let's see what they've got to say.
Okay, my name is Domi. I'm part of Manchester Animal Action, and we are here to promote veganism, the nice way of living, basically. So what we're doing is we're holding laptops with footage from UK slaughterhouse, and we just want to show people what the animals go through before they end up on their plates.
Why is veganism important? Personally, I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm a meat eater kind of guy. Like, if you were still a meat eater, how does this sort of thing affect you? Like, is the aim to make everybody vegan, or is it more to raise awareness about animal cruelty in general? Because there's two differences, I guess. There's becoming vegan, and there's also just wanting to stop animal cruelty. Yeah. Can the two coexist, or are they very separate things?
Actually, when you think about it in a logical way, if you are against animal cruelty, you're automatically believe in veganism, because there's no such thing as killing someone nicely or in a humane way. It's just a marketing term, basically. Right. So if people believe that animal cruelty is wrong, basically they believe in veganism, and that's why we think that most people, obviously they are good people, they're not doing it on purpose or anything, but
just going around and beating up cows.
Exactly, that's a different type, that's animal abuse, right? But animal cruelty, that's basically what we do by eating animals. That is supporting animal cruelty. Of course, we're not doing it directly, but we are paying other people to do it. Basically, we're paying those people's wages. Yeah. Because when you think about it, most people wouldn't be able to kill an animal themselves.
Hello there.
Hi.
What is your name?
I'm Kate.
Very good to meet you. Now, what are you doing here? Why are you standing on this street right now, freezing cold?
Okay, so this is called the Earthlings Experience, and what we do is we show the public footage of slaughterhouses and farms to get people questioning, why they're eating meat. All of us here used to eat meat, but, somehow we've become vegan now. Everyone has a different story. For me, I watched a film called Earthlings, and it showed footage for an hour and a half of animals being, harmed. And I grew up saying that I loved animals and I was against animal cruelty, but I just never considered where my food came from. So after watching that film, I went vegan, and now, I'm trying to promote veganism, because all veganism means is non-violence towards animals. And we believe that most people in their hearts are vegan, because most people love animals and they treat the animals that they meet with respect. But unfortunately, because the meat and dairy industry hide, what happens to these animals behind closed doors, we can go to the supermarket, pick up a packet of bacon and just not see the animal that had to be hurt in the process. And we also go to slaughterhouses regularly. So when we talk to the public, we'll talk about local slaughterhouses and the animals that we saw, because there is no justification for killing an animal for food when there's other food you can eat. The World Health Organization has said that you can be vegan. It's suitable for all stages of life, from pregnancy up to death. So there's just no justification for it anymore. And it's better for the planet as well, better for the environment.
Now, on a night out, at the end of the night, when everyone's getting a kebab, what do you get?
You can get chips, hummus and bread. Just ask. If you just ask them, what have you got here that doesn't involve like meat, dairy and eggs, they'll have something.
Do you ever have people that are, answering back against you? Do you get much opposition on these things, or not really?
Mainly positive, but obviously it's people can get defensive, because no one likes the feeling of being wrong, and we're obviously challenging people. I'm getting my words mixed up, but we're challenging something that people are doing on a daily basis, and I think most people deep down get it, because I don't know how to explain myself.
I know what you mean.
So occasionally some people will have arguments. They might say, but what about my protein? But I've got canine teeth. We hear like the same things, but we always have a response to all of the...
What's the main thing you get? The main meaty comments you get?
I don't know why a lot of like plant welfare activists, people are like, oh, but if you're vegan, you're going to kill plants, and plants have feelings.
Yeah, how do you respond to that if you're like massacring daffodils for a daffodil sarnie? That's pretty evil of you.
We'll just say, if you really do care about plants, you kill less plants by being vegan anyway, because there's more plants are fed to farmed animals to get them up to slaughter size.
If you don't eat plants, what can you eat then? If people are plant welfare? What do they survive on? Just brick dust or what?
I don't know.
Surely that's physically impossible. It's just ice.
Yeah,
Ice
breatharians,
wraps.
I don't know. I don't think plants. That's another thing I say. Well, you know, plants don't have a brain or a central nervous system. So,
What about those Venus flytraps?
yeah. I mean, they've got obviously they can respond to. What's the word? I don't know.
Yeah, they can respond to things.
Yeah, but they don't have emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't feel pain.
How did you get to this stage though? Were you always a meat eater, or were you always vegetarian and vegan, and you sort of went through the process, or how did it work out?
So after my 15th birthday, I started thinking.
Happy
about
birthday.
my life. Yeah. I started thinking about my life. You know, what can I change? And it occurred to me like, oh, I've always been an animal lover, but actually I eat animals. So I went vegetarian, and I struggled for a bit, but then I went vegetarian full time at the age of 16. And a year after, I joined animal rights activists, just like these guys back in London, where I lived at the time. And then a year after, they showed me a video by a really cool guy called Gary Rofsky. It's called The Best Speech You Will Ever Hear on YouTube. And he basically explains how we get milk and eggs from animals, and that it's not an ethical process either. So I just decided to go vegan there and then, and it's been like over 4 years now, and I've never been happier.
Really?
It's really working out for me. And I think if you do it right, obviously if you eat like complete junk, then you're not going to be healthy, but that's the same for the meat eating diet as well. But yeah, if you just watch what you eat and you try to eat healthily, it's really good. There's nothing wrong, you know, with being.
Now, is it as expensive as everyone thinks? Because when you hear vegan, you assume that it's going to cost you about £29 a day in lentils.
Yeah, actually,
It's a lot of lentils.
Beans and lentils are really, really cheap when you buy in bulk, which is what I do. You buy them dried, you know, you soak them the day before, and the next day they're ready to go. Obviously, if you buy processed foods,
My dad. Sorry. Well, there you have it, a little bite-sized piece of information pancake. It's 5 o'clock now, I'm freezing cold, these guys are freezing cold, so we're going to go home. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.